Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. 4 pieces of information here. Ukraine is ready for elections again. And why are they ready for elections now? Because they're talking about Zelensky and Zaluzhny. And guess what? They are neck in neck somehow, like in America. First, I don't believe that in a country of 330 million people, let's say electorate more than 200 million people electorate, you have people that win 49, 50, 51. I don't believe that, my friends. Go in the real world and you have a group of people and see, okay, what should we do? Should we do this or should we do this or should we do that or should we do that? And you're going to find out that it's never 49, 51. Why? I will explain. So, Zaluzhny and Zelensky already are the candidates. The first topic. Second one, North Korea is going to send more troops to Russia, like before. And who says that? South Korea. Okay. And third one is Mr. Syrski, Mr. Commander-in-Chief, the guy of the armed forces. He says that we stop the Russians in Sumy. Okay, well, give it 48 hours, he's going to change his mind. And the last one, Ukraine's economy ready to collapse. So that means Trump is not going to send our money there anymore. The Ukrainian economy was non-existent. How do I know that? Well, just think about it. Go and do a little Google search on Ukraine's GDP. Then you're going to see a graph and see how much the GDP is per person, per capita. You're going to find out that all the services and products, if you divide them by the then population, now they're even less, it's a baboon about what? $4,000 or something? $4,000 with all the money from outside for 3 years and a half. Not because it is humming, not because, and the population is smaller. So take that into consideration. When these guys are going to pull the plug off, Ukraine will implode like is right now. I don't know if you ever been in this situation when an organism is just kept by machines, breeds by machines. You know, that's how Ukraine is. Once you say clip, it's not even beep, it's like pop. Silence. All right, let's go to the first topic. Ukrainska Pravda, Thursday, June 26, 2025. Jesus Christ, it is Thursday? I thought it was Wednesday. Fucking baboon. Polls shows Zelensky and Zaluzhny would go neck in neck in first round of potential election. Now, my friends, I don't understand this. I don't speak Ukrainian, but why is double Y over there and why is Y and I over there? It's because this guy is Jewish and it's Ukrainian? I mean, you tell me. Anyway, so they are neck and neck. Let's start with this one. Mr. General Zaluzhny, the Ukrainian guy. I will refer to the Ukrainian guy and the other one is the alien guy. The Ukrainian guy was stripped of his command, his power, and how do you call that? Sent to London. Okay? Sent for safekeeping in case we need to activate him. He's under surveillance 24/7, Mr. Zaluzhny. Okay? Who would relinquish the military power to be over there as the ambassador sitting in a room with guards? Not your guards. Who would do this? Unless you were threatened, you were promised, you were said, okay, now your new mission is this. You wait. Okay. That's Zaluzhny. We have Zaluzhny had about, at one point, like 70% versus like 20 some. They take him away from the Ukrainian brains as an ambassador to London over there, to their bosses. But the thing is, they are preparing elections. That's what it is. They talk about elections. They will organize elections when the right candidate will win. Not win, you know what I mean when I say win. And again, 49, 51, No, I don't believe that. Squat, man. People don't think only in the terms of that and this. There's some other options. And you can't just divide them 50% right there. Why do they do this? I think is to make us involved in supporting their system. If there would be 80-20, nobody would care. Why should I go? Fuck the system, and it's already... nobody shows no more interest. They want to get you all riled up. You know how much money they make from those campaigns? The promotion and how much merchandise is sold, how many advertisements. It's a business, my friends. It's not you to go and vote for the president. Why do you think these guys need, what, $1 billion for the presidency? But we the people. Thank you. And these guys are telling our children, told you maybe when you were a child, anybody can be a US president. You know what they miss out or leave out? Money, 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 money. All right, that's what I don't care, man. Whomever is going to be in Ukraine, probably they prepare an election so Putin will negotiate with the right person and be okay with you keep this part, I keep this part, and we're going to get at it later. They will get at it. So let's see what the North Koreans supposedly are doing. North Korea may send more troops to Russia for Ukraine war, Seoul says. Now, may, possibly could, not. All right, may send more, that means is again more than already have. Says whom? The guys who have an interest to promoting this. So for me, even if the Seoul, even if the South Koreans are telling the truth, I'm very skeptical and I need a lot of evidence to listen to these guys. Why? I mean, South Korea wants North Korea kneeled. That's for sure. It's a threat. They don't have a peace treaty. They're still at war. Technically, they are. They are under American occupation. It's a different story because I think the North Koreans and South Koreans could become much more friendlier if they're led to their own. I'm not saying that Kim Jong-un is going to walk into Seoul, is going to be in charge. But I think they, in a family, they can solve things. The big problem is Al Capone from across the Pacific Ocean. That's what the main root cause, I think it is. If you look at how the war started in Korea, you understand that it was an ideological war between some and the other ones. Supported by this and supported by that. Should it be that way? No, but that's what happens when you get the power. You don't want to give it away. Unless Zaluzhny. Okay, I'm going as an ambassador. I'm going to go to... My God, that was clear. So here we have more troops. May more. How can you say more? Is the evidence? Yeah, they provide the evidence. About what? 6,000 of them or something? Nevertheless, why? I tell you why. Because Syrskyi says Ukrainian forces halt Russian advance in Sumy Oblast. Ukraine's commander-in-chief. This guy is Russian, just so you know. He's ethnic Russian. Unlike Zaluzhny, I'm not saying that, he's a bad dude or anything. But in my family, I want to have one from my family being in charge of a family. I don't want one from your family being in charge of my family, as I don't want your family to have one of mine in charge of yours. And if you want that, I'm okay with that. That means you're going to have no more family. You're going to be under my family's power. Nevertheless, let's go. This is Sumy right here. So supposedly, reportedly, Mr. Syrskyi says that this has been halted. This is about 20 kilometers right here, and this is attack of Sumy. This is in the kind of northeast of Ukraine, right there. Sumy, this is Kursk. This is where the NATO invasion occurred using the Ukrainians and the volunteers and the mercenaries and everybody else. The Russians kicked them back, and they also already still claim, the Ukrainians, that they still occupy land in Russia. I don't know if that's true, because, people lie in general. And let's go to the last one, which is coming from Russia Today. Ukraine's economy on brink of collapse. As I said, it's kept alive with the American machines and the banking system, that's all. Western aid could soon dry up, and private investors are weary of making serious commitments, the report says. What do you want? But they tell me that the Russians are not, but they are still working, war industry, but these are not war industry. it's too grinding for the West. Some interest who still make profits out of this war, I think they realize that a new phase must start, which is, let's befriend the Russians. And when befriend someone, you go for a drink. And you go for a drink. Maybe this guy is going to get a little bit, drunk, and then it's going to be much easier for you to take over. I think that's what's prepared for Russia, because they think Putin is not going to be forever. Lavrov, who's the second echelon? You tell me. I don't know of anybody. They're all old over there. I mean, I think Medvedev is the youngest, the tiny dancer. Okay, but everybody else is old as fuck. So after these guys are leaving, who's the next echelon? Did they prepare anybody for this? I don't know of any. Maybe I'm a baboon, but these guys don't promote anybody else. I don't know. Give me a name. Peskov is old. All these guys. Peskov is not even a political figure. He's just a whatever. So then they're waiting. There's going to be another Yeltsin, and they're going to take over. And when they take over, I guarantee you that Russia will be dismembered, disarmed, and Russia's soul will be impregnated with the poison these guys have been impregnating the Western civilization, now called Judeo-Christian culture. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.